A report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows that drug overdose deaths in the U.S. top 100,000 annually.
And as Fox 11's Gabriella Primus shares, areas in northeast Wisconsin are also facing a deadly drug trend.
Both Winnebago County and Outagamie County have had a huge surge, probably all over Wisconsin, of overdoses.
Jolie VerVoort is part of the Winnebago and Outagamie County Overdose Fatality Review Committee. She works with those addicted to drugs as president of residential treatment services at Apricity. She says in October alone, Outagamie had 23 overdose deaths. From mid-November to mid-December, Winnebago County had 14 deaths.
Winnebago County let me know that last year's total was 37, and they will definitely be passing that number by this year for sure. Numbers are on the rise and way more than we've seen in the last several years.
Do you know why that is?
Pandemic has a lot to do with it. A lot of these overdoses people are doing it alone in their bedrooms, in their house, in their basement, and there's nobody there to help them.
VerVoort says the powerful synthetic opioid, fentanyl, is also to blame.
Fentanyl is in every drug, to include marijuana, to include meth, to include any substance that you would use.
Dan Hawk, president of contract packaging and recovery support at Apricity, says although the numbers are staggering, it's important to get past the stigma of seeking help. A program offered by Apricity makes it easy to work and live in a drug-free environment.
If they don't want to do it, it's likely that it's not going to be successful. So I think just continuing to be supportive and to be there for people when they're ready to make a change.
Hawk says more people are wanting to seek help. A new partnership with Theta Care and Wisconsin Voices for Recovery helped 170 people this year who came into emergency rooms.
We have 24/7 on-call recovery coaches who report to the emergency departments after an overdose and offer to be there for those people and answer questions and have lived experiences so that we can help connect them with whatever resources they might be looking for.
VerVoort says just because the holidays are coming up doesn't mean care has to wait. She says any time is the best time to seek recovery resources.
The Manitowoc County Health Department is reporting 1 in every 3 deaths being COVID-related, and that's over the course of less than 3 weeks. Fox 11's Katrina Nichols spoke with the county's public health officer about this rapid increase in deaths.
In just the first 20 days of December, Manitowoc County recorded 39 deaths. 13 of those were COVID-related.
We are processing an enormous number of deaths for the month of December. We've had 13 deaths due to COVID-19 in just the first 3 weeks. We had 14 throughout the entirety of November.
While the number of deaths has increased in a matter of weeks, the average age of those dying has decreased.
Last year, December 2020, the average age of death for a COVID-19 patient was 80 years of age. December 2021, it's 67. Our patients are younger, sicker, and unfortunately, it's preventable.
10 of those deaths were not vaccinated individuals. One of those deaths was a fully vaccinated person with their booster shot. Public Health Officer Stephanie Lambert says the deaths are just the reality of increased cases in the county from 6 to 8 weeks ago.
I can't tell you how tired we are here at the health department. We're on the phone with people every day that are very sick, and there was a preventative treatment available to them.
Manitowoc County is not the only one seeing cases quickly rise. It's a statewide issue again, with Department of Health Services reporting all counties having a high transmission rate. The 7-day average of new cases for Wisconsin December 1st was 489. December 21st, the 7-day average is 724.
High rates of COVID-19 transmission are occurring in all Wisconsin counties, and that trajectory is growing.
Lambert says all people need to do is get vaccinated, and deaths and transmissions will decrease. 56% of Manitowoc County's population is vaccinated.
I don't want you to take it just because I told you to. Call and ask questions. Make an informed choice. The data is clear. Vaccines save lives. Vaccines protect health.
According to DHS data from November, people not fully vaccinated are 12 times more likely to die of COVID-19 than people who are fully vaccinated.
Everyone's a lot more calm today.
Preble senior Brennan Seletsky attributes that to increased safety precautions around Preble High School. That was before a gun was found at East High School. Now all students in grades 6 through 12 in the district will be virtual for the remainder of the week. That's something Preble senior Zane Harris isn't a fan of.
I enjoy being in person more than like online because I don't learn when I'm doing online school. It's not the same.
Still, Superintendent Stephen Murley says going virtual is the right decision.
When you start back with Oxford, Michigan and the incident there, 3 credible threats of violence at Preble High School last week, that TikTok mess on Friday, this transpiring today. We know that last week we had a higher than expected absenteeism rate across our school system.
Today, Preble students were identified as they entered the school, saw an increased police presence, and were given drawstring bags to use in place of their backpacks. That's so bulkier bags can't carry anything that isn't supposed to be on school property. But will that be needed at schools across the district when classes resume on January 3rd?
In terms of ensuring that environment was safe and secure for learning, we know that worked effectively at Preble today. Whether or not that's something that's a necessity at other schools in the future, that's something that we'll have to take a look at.
He adds that it's the district's hope to not extend the winter break. And as for the existing precautions, some students say continuing them might not be a bad thing.
I think it's good because last week was pretty scary for all the students.